Uno vez más. 2 times 3. That give us 182.6.
Ooh, I'm 182.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. I'm doing much better. Thank
Good.
you. Come on over and have a seat next to me.
I will. Are you?
And I'm the PA. Your skin is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
Okay. So we are going to do. Have you ever had this test before?
No, I have not.
Okay. So this test is called a Hysterosalpingogram, an HSG. And what we do this test for is to see if your fallopian tubes are open. Okay. Have you been trying to get pregnant?
No, I had my fibroid surgery 6 months ago.
Okay. So what we're going to look for today is fallopian tubes. Also to look for any filling defects that might still be there from your surgery.
Okay.
From fibroids. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, like if they pushing you, it's nowhere to go.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna feel that, right?
Yes.
Because, right. So, but if it has somewhere to flow to, you'll be like, oh, and then it just flows out. But if they're closed, it's just like pressure, 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 because there's nowhere to go because it's blocked.
Also, the dye has somewhere to go because
Right.
my tubes are open.
Correct.
If they're blocked, which they
Right.
should not be blocked,
Right.
then it'll
They
be
don't,
painful.
then you may have, or sometimes people have fibroids that are blocking it, not because itself, it's just the fibroid may be in the way and won't let the dye go through. So there's different circumstances that can happen, but the point is to see what's stopping it from blocking or either open.
Gotcha.
Anything you're trying to see if it's open. So that's why I say it is a little uncomfortable. Some people tolerance is different than others. So some people get it like, oh, I can barely feel it. Some people may scream.
So it's the liquid that's going through me.
Yeah, it's a dye. So yeah, it's like a liquid dye that we use. It's clear, and we just push it through because we need to see, like time-wise, like you can actually see it going. So you get results like immediate.
Instant.
Right.
Mine should be open, so this should be painless.
Sure. So what I'm going to have you do here is
So while she's doing that, this is what we do.
So my appointment today went extremely well today, and as suspected, both of my fallopian tubes are not blocked. Everything is clear. The HSG dye that they injected me with clearly was coming out of both the tubes, so there's no blockage. My uterus is healing up pretty well. It looks good according to what she showed me on the screen. My follow-up appointment with my gynecologist is next week, and she's going to more thoroughly go over the results. The procedure was not painful, but it was highly, highly uncomfortable. So they insert the speculum, and then she inserts a catheter through your cervix. I think the medical term for that is the Oz. I think that's how they say it. And the Oz is like the teeny tiny small opening of your cervix, and that's where the baby comes out of, you know. It burned. It was uncomfortable, and she did say that being on birth control makes someone like me more sensitive down there with the burning. That's what she told me. But once the procedure was over and once she removed the catheter, the speculum, the pain, like the discomfort, all of that disappeared. So yeah. Hey y'all, hey. So today is Thursday, 18th September 2025. Yesterday was my virtual telehealth appointment with my gynecologist, and she thoroughly explained everything. She answered all my questions. She is so amazing. She is patient. She answers everything. If I have questions afterwards, I can just easily email her and her whole medical staff, and they'll get back to me. I love my gynecologist. She's a Black woman, beautiful, amazing, well-trained. I love her. So anyway, so she went over my results, and in the words of a doctor, the findings were unremarkable, meaning everything is good. My fallopian tubes are good. My uterus is nice and healthy. You can tell that nothing ever happened to it. It is back to normal. But within the findings, there are 2 fibroids. Those 2 fibroids are so small, about the size of, she said, either a pea or a pencil eraser. They are so tiny. So one of those fibroids that showed up in the x-ray from the HSG dye procedure, one of those fibroids, I already know this because my doctor told me, my gynecologist said that she had to leave one of those fibroids behind because the way it was positioned within the lining of my uterus, it was too risky, too dangerous to remove it. So what was most important is preserving the integrity of my uterus. So she left it behind, and she warned me that there is a chance that she can't take out all the fibroids. And I was not surprised when she told me she had to leave that one itty bitty fibroid behind. Now, the second fibroid that showed up on the images from last week, I was surprised by it. And I asked my doctor, I asked her 2 questions. I asked her, is there a possibility that during surgery, since the fibroid is so small, that there's a chance that she just overlooked it and didn't see it because that's how tiny it is? And then I also asked her, if that's not the case, is there a possibility that that itty bitty tiny fibroid could it have developed within those 6 months since I had my surgery? Because my surgery was 6 months ago. So I asked her, could it have developed since February of this year? And she did say that it could be either or. Either or. And those 2 fibroids that I just mentioned, thankfully, they're so small that she does not recommend me doing anything to them because they're so small, especially because I'm not planning on having a baby anytime soon. I'm not. So she did give me the option to get another separate procedure done to check the position of those 2 fibroids, because sometimes where a fibroid is positioned can lead to a miscarriage, you know. So since having a baby right now is not a priority for me, I declined that procedure. And she agreed because that procedure is for women who wants to have a baby to check to see exactly where the fibroid is. So yeah, that. And besides that, my healing from my surgery from 6 months ago has gone remarkably well by the grace of God. My stomach is back flat. I am still on birth control, my choice, because I just choose not to have a period. And like almost every medical professional I spoke to in the gynecology field told me that it's perfectly safe to be on birth control and not have your period. And to avoid my period, I just don't take that last row. The placebo, the sugar pills, I think that's what they call it, sugar pills. I don't take that last row. I skip it. So as a result, I do spot here and there, but it's not a full blown flood, you know. And to be honest, having my periods used to control my life. My periods dictated what I wore, what I could and could not do, where I could travel, where I could not travel. And I used to turn down and say no to a lot of things, all because my period would be on. I used to like run my life based upon when my period would show up. And that is no way to live. So my birth control. So yeah, my birth control gave me freedom of life because I used to have heavy, bloody, messy, bleed through my clothes, bleed onto my bed sheets, have to wear diapers like adult, depend diapers to bed. That's the kind of periods I used to have. And I no longer have to deal with that because of the birth control. It changed my life, it saved my life. And yes, so that's it, y'all. 6 months post-op. I'm feeling good. I feel lighter. No more bloating. No more big belly. God is good. So if you're suffering from fibroids, go see a professional, a doctor, a gynecologist, and talk about the different options available to you. You know, there's different surgical options, some invasive, some not as invasive, but go see somebody and live a healthier, happier life. Bye, y'all. Mwah.